Okay, hi girls. So we're going to carry on with page 7 and we're going to look at concentration. This is your final equation where we use moles. So we're going to be in total, you're going to have 4 equations using moles. All right, so concentration. Now you've heard this before, okay, and I think you kind of probably have an idea about what this is. So there are definitions here and you need to learn these definitions. So concentration, the amount of solute per unit volume of solution. What? Solute is the substance we put in water. Substance in water. Okay, so let's go with a nice easy example. Your Oros or Nesquik. Okay, that would be a solute in the milk. Okay, a solvent like that would be equal to the largest part of a solution, and that's usually water. Okay, so when you do when you make Oros, you'll put it in water, and that's a solvent. Now the way I remember this is that the W of water is, I don't know how, but I relate it to the V in solvent. That's it. That's all I have for you. Okay, so the amount of solute is the substance you put into the water. And it depends. If you put a lot into the water, you have a concentrated solution. If you don't put a lot, you have a dilute concentration. Okay, please take note of the wording here, per unit volume. Okay, so the amount of solute per unit volume. This is, you'll see this with the formula of a solution. Our solution is always something dissolved in something else. Okay, so here we go. A solution, a homogeneous mixture of a solute and a solvent. Solute, the substance that is dissolved in the solution. Solvent, the substance in which another substance is dissolved, forming a solution. These are your official definitions. Okay, so label the following. Here we have water. Okay, water is our solvent. I think I should change the color so you can see. Solvent. Okay, here we have a salt. Okay, it can be any salt. It can be ammonium nitrate. It can be lead iodide. It can't be lead iodide because that won't dissolve. It can be NaCl. Okay, so, and this is called the solute. And when it goes together, look how cute I was. Hey, I went from a clear to a dark gray to make it a light gray all over. Okay, and look here how that changed its shape and it actually took on the form of the water via. Okay, and this is the solution. Okay, right, so consider the solutions, comment on the relevant concentration. So here we have the gray part behind you is the solvent, and the little dots inside here are the solute. Now you can see there's quite a lot here. Here we have also the solvent, but not so much solute. Okay, notice that their volumes are the same, right? They have the same amount of space that they take up. Okay, so here is the number of moles, the volume of the solute, and in this case we've got 20 centimeters cubed. So I'm saying 20. So if we had to look at this concentration, we will see that this is a high concentration compared to this one, which would be a low concentration. And again, it's got to do with the amount of solute in the volume of solution. Okay, and here is our little prized formula. C stands for concentration, and it's our number of moles. So over here, I've told you that each dot is going to represent a mole. Okay, so it's the number of moles over the volume. Now, very important, volume is in decimeters cubed. Okay, and please remember that you divide centimeters cubed by, centimeters cubed divided by 1,000 gives you your decimeters, okay, cubed. So also remember that a centimeter cubed is a liter and a decimeter cubed is a milliliter. Okay, if you don't believe me, look it up. All right, so use the formula to calculate the concentration of the solutions. above. Okay, so let's see here. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 10 moles. So C is equal to N over V. Don't forget to always put your formula. And we're going to get 10 moles over the 20 centimeters cubed. It was given to us. We can't just suck it out of our thumbs. Okay, and that would be 1, 2, 3. So it would be 0,02 decimeters cubed. All right. We do that on the calculator. 10 divided by 0,02. And we get 5. Oh, I don't know why I put units here. 500, and I'm going to just put the units on here as well. Mole per decimeters cubed. Right. Mole per decimeters cubed. Moles at the top, decimeters cubed at the bottom. Mole per decimeter cubed. Okay, number 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have C is equal to N over V, where we have 5 over 0,02. 5 divided by 0,02, and we get, oh, that was silly of me, I should have realized, 250, because it was half the amount of moles, therefore it must be half the amount, half the concentration. Right, and there we go. So concentration is that. Girls, please remember that I cannot mark an answer correct unless you have a correct unit. Please bear that in mind. Some of you have lost marks in your tasks before because you're not giving me the proper units. Don't leave that negative off of here, okay? That negative is important because remember, when you bring it under, it changes to the positive, and that's where you get the per from. Okay, so let's do these together quickly. So a solution contains 10 grams of sodium hydroxide, okay, in 200 centimeters cubed. Immediately go, I hate that centimeters cubed. And so we go 1, 2, 3, so it's 0,2 decimeters cubed, okay? You don't have to show me how you did the conversion. If I see you've got a conversion done properly in your equation or in your substitution, you get the mark for it, okay? Calculate the concentration. All right, so we know we've got C is equal to N over V. Something's wrong here. What is it? We don't have the moles, all right? But can we get the moles? Absolutely. Okay, we've got a mass. And again, like I said to you, when you're not sure what to do, you know what I'm going to say. When in doubt, null it out, but also write down what you've been given. So we know we've got that. We've got the volume, 0,2 decimeters cubed. And because we've got the formula and we know the formula, we can actually get the molar mass. Okay, so the molar mass of NaOH, it's 17 plus 23. So what does that give us? 3 plus 17 is 20. It gives us 40. I hope I'm right. Grams per mole. I'm very happy to see that most of you got your grams per mole in the test as well. In the task, sorry, not test. I just want to double check this. 16, 17 plus 3 is 20 plus another 20 is 40. Yeah, okay. So I can then get the number of moles, which is equal to your mass over your molar mass, 40. And that's a quarter. So that's going to be 0,25. 10 divided by 40. 1 over 4, which is that. And that's my number of moles. So I can then go 0,25 over 0,2, which will then give us 0,25 divided by 0,2. And we get 1.25 mole per decimeter cubed. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. So calculate the mass of solute. Now we want the mass. So M is equal to that. Okay, we've got a volume, which again, I'm giving you lots of centimeter cubed here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 0,6 decimeters cubed. If you're not sure about counting the number of places, then just divide by 1,000. It's fine on your calculator. I also have been given the concentration. How do I know it's the concentration? Look at the unit, mole per decimeter cubed. Okay, so 1.5. Okay, and I know that it is sodium chloride, NaCl. So I can get the molar mass. Okay, and that's 35.5 plus 32, which is equal to 67.5 mole per decimeter cubed. All right, there's everything we possibly have. When in doubt, mole it out. Can I get that? No, not yet. But I can use a different mole calculation. I can use this one because I have the concentration and I have the volume. And now I can just calculate. You times those two together. So 1.5 times 0.6. And I get 0.9 moles. Okay. Now, because we wanted mass, I can then use mass over molar mass, which is 0.9 mass over 67.5, and my mass is equal to, and we're going to times it together, 0.9 times 67.5, and we land up at 60.75, and don't forget, it is grams. Okay, and there we go. Right, please do this. I am just going to do the next page quickly, but you do have that thing to do. Okay, so this is our island system. Okay, so this is our moles in the middle. That means that we can go from any place as long as we go through the moles. So let's see, what was the first thing we could work out? We could work out mass. Okay, and we used number of moles is equal to mass over molar mass. Okay, the next thing we could work out was oh my gosh, I've lost my train of thought. Okay, the number of particles. Okay, and the number of particles was equal to n is equal to number of particles times 6.02 times 10 to the 23. So you can manipulate that. So in other words, number of moles would be equal to number of particles divided by 6.02 times 10 to the 23. We then did volume, and that's using N is equal to V over molar volume. Remember, you have to say STP to use 22.4 as your molar volume. Okay, and then the last one which we've got is now concentration. You can work out, and C is equal to N over V. So there are 4 equations. I can give you any one of those things and ask you to work out any of the others. I can give you the number of particles and ask you to work out the concentration. All you have to do is link the moles. I can give you concentration and ask you to work that out if you've got gases. I can give you concentration, you can work out the mass. I can give you mass, you can work out number of particles, and so on and so on and so on. What you've got to realize is the link here is moles, and each one of these can be worked out using your moles. All right, so I hope you understand this. You can add notes to this like you can't believe. Okay, use this like a mind map if you want to. It's open game. You can put everything you know about concentration here, everything you know about mass, everything you know about particles, and your volume. All right, and use this page now as your summary. Okay, and that's it. I will what did I say we're going to do after this now? Oh yeah, you're just going to do your think tank. If you want to meet, please meet with me. If you really just feel like you want to just ask one little question, that's really fine, you can. I have figured out how to put a voice note onto Google Classroom as well. So if you want to ask me a question, and I can reply to you on Google Classroom on a voice note. Okay, all right, enjoy.